Hello, welcome to the Insight with me, Love Owen, where we take our voices to the world. Carpenters are those people who provide one of the most basic necessities of life, which is housing. Nobody can do without housing, and they do not get the recognition that they deserve. They do not only construct our houses, they do not only provide the woods for our various needs, but they also make sure that these various facilities are preserved and are maintained. That is why today we have their association here represented to talk about the work that they do, because it is so exceptional and is so recommendable. Here with me is the Limbe Association of the Limbe Carpenters Association, LICA, and I have the executives here with me, and among them is the president of the association, Professor Amma. Good afternoon, sir, and such a privilege to have you here.
Thank you.
And he came with Mr. Richard. You know, presidents don't move alone, they always come with others. Here with us also is Mr. Richard. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, madam.
It's such a privilege to have you on this program.
Thank you.
So now, sir, Mr. Amma, talking about LICA, the Carpenters Association, when was it created?
LICA was created 2 years ago.
Yes.
That was 2016. And when we had our first training on wood seasoning in Botanic Garden, so we were told to create association so that through that government can help to fund us to fund the association. So we created it, and up to now LICA is going on very well.
So prior to that, why was there no association for carpenters?
No association was there because carpenters, you know, in the first place, 3/4 of carpenters are underprivileged. What do I mean? They do not go to school, they don't acquire enough knowledge. So from primary school, they get to workshop and learn the work, and from there they could not excel. So talking to them, they could not understand what this association all about. So after this meeting, after this training, we were advised, we were told to create association. So we managed, and even though only few are trying to turn up, many still could not understand what is the sense behind association.
Mr. Richard, Mr. Amma just said that most of them are unlearned. So is it a problem managing people of that category in the association?
Yeah, actually, madam, that's true, because we've been trying to do our best to bring them to order, but since as their level of understanding is not like the one that somebody with an advanced learning, yes, or understanding or knowledge can understand, they cannot do that way. So when we talk to them, they just feel that we are just wanting to extort them or to disturb them from their activities. Just for now, we are supposed to be more than 8 of us here, but to the greatest surprise, some say no, I did busy, I did do so. So that's the problem we are facing today. Yes, with the carpenters.
Okay. Mr. Amma, you said that the government asked you to create this association so that you'll be able to get funds from them.
Yes.
Have they given any funds yet?
We have not yet derived. We are still struggling for people to come together. Members are not still coming. We need to hold regular meeting to sensitize members, to educate them, to help them. Like some of us, like I myself, I left school, and through my carpentry work, I'm well established. I'm well placed. I have a good house and a good car. I live well.
Yes, it shows. It's showing. It's really.
But some of them, when you look at them, they feel as if they want to exploit them. It is not so. On Thursday, we have to be in the to obtain certificate from the training we had 2016. We got the message yesterday. Most of us had it through our phones because we got our numbers. So on Thursday, most of us will be in Boya at the council hall. The government has to issue a certificate.
That's really a big step.
But when you talk to them, in fact, it's really a problem. But the final thing I understand is that most of them didn't go to school. And they don't have that spirit of forwardness. Because you need to be determined and focused with a sense of direction and ambitious on a certain level you want to obtain. Like when I left school, I still work hard to study well, to interact with people, to make a lot of knowledge, you see, and that will make me excel. And there's a secret behind it. What's the secret? Honesty. If you are not honest, you will not excel.
Okay. Do you think it's because most of them have not understood the need and the purpose of the association? That's why they're not coming to join.
It's not that. It's not that. It's just that carpenters in the first place. Carpenters in the first place. Most of them, they don't even know where they are going to. Most of them.
To change something that most of them, they are so much busy in small jobs that they get involved into, forgetting to know that when you interact with people, you gain more knowledge. Just for example, the seminars that the government has been organizing with the carpenters, we've gained a lot of knowledge in it. We gain a lot of knowledge, but to them, when we tell them that we are having a seminar somewhere, they will not even come. Even right inside in the association, there are days that we even call them to come, that we will be able to teach them how we can manage our woods, how we can make sure carpenters should be respected in the society, just as you rightly introduced us there. Carpenters are the most important people in the society. Without a carpenter, the carpenter is the first profession on earth, which is a noble profession, but today people underlook it and it is being marginalized in the society. You even tell somebody I'm a carpenter, even on a control, when they look at the documents, they see on your ID card a carpenter, you are just look like a nobody in the society, which is very bad. And I want us to know that technicians are the life wire of a nation. Without technicians, nation would have not been what it is today. And in our early days, when we are about to leave primary school, even our teachers themselves, they told us that no, people that have taken this D should go to technical school.
Yes.
They did not know that instead, in technology needs somebody that is very, very vigilant and smart in brain.
Yes.
Because if you make the least error as a technician, you can destroy the whole nation.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. So that thing was a surprise to me, and I was even told that well, you have to go to a grammar school. My own teacher telling me that I should go to a grammar school. I said no. Even if I take this A++, I'm going to a technical school. Why? I foresaw my senior brothers who went further and further and further. And I discovered that at times when the corporate come and do jobs, I said no, I'm going to be a technician. And that's what is killing most of us today. And we cannot too much lay blames on them. The blame is laid on our parents who wrongly, or our counselors who wrongly orientated us. Yes. Yeah. So that is the problem. That is the problem we are facing today. But I pray that God should touch them and they should come to that knowledge of understanding. Yes. There's an English adage which says it is never too late for a man to learn. If they can associate with us, the knowledge they have acquired in an advanced technology, it can still be simplified and brought down to them. And we have been giving them the opportunity. We spent a lot of money in getting the knowledge, but we won't give them freely, but they are not still willing. So that is the few that are willing, that we are popping up with them and they are advancing. Yeah.
Mr. Amas, the president, what more has been done if you have tried to pass down information onto them and they're not receiving it? What other way do you think that you can help them know that you don't have to stay with this small knowledge that you have? Upgrade.
Yes, thank you. That's why when you came to my place, so it ran on my head that this is the media where I will expose, I will talk to the Limbe carpenters. They could hear me talking, they will come around, know that we are serious on this issue. Because by the time you go and meet somebody's workshop, it's doubting. But coming on the media as such, the matter is public. Then everybody get it. Even somebody go and tell him that I saw one person at the TV talking, called the name president of Carpenters, and so what. Up to this level, they have gone to the TV. Then therefore, it's a serious matter. So that's why I brought up that I should bring my association and publicize it.
Okay, Mr. Richard, how many members presently are there in the association?
We have 35 punctual members. We have 35 of them.
Okay, are they just from Limbe Central, like town, or they engulf from my forward to Soko?
No, only in town.
Okay.
Only in town. Only in town.
But we were still about to go to my phone.
Yes.
Because our authority is in the whole Limbe municipality. Because we are legally registered to the LGS office. So we operate because Limbe Carpenters Association, it does not separate my phone or
it's the whole faculty.
It's the whole Limbe.
So it's just left for those other people from Sokolo and to join.
To join.
Yes. Okay, so is there anything that you do to empower when you enter the association? Is there anything you do to empower yourselves as individual carpenters?
Good. When we started it, we started with a small sum of registration.
Yes.
That you come and register. Okay. Then, within after 2 weeks, we have our small jamboree to play to encourage ourselves. So like we're in jamboree of about 3,000 a week.
Yes.
So that each time we play that jamboree, somebody will benefit.
Yes.
Each time we play, somebody will benefit, and it was going well. It's when this crisis started. So they were bound meeting. And when that bound meeting, for 1 week, 2 weeks, people must have lost interest. So that would help to destroy our situation up to now.
Oh, so
everybody will still know ourselves.
I just used to go around and meet them and talk since as the gathering due to the ongoing crisis.
Okay, so Mr. Richard, the Carpenters Association, what do you do to benefit or empower the community apart from giving us beautiful housing?
Well, we've been when we started our meetings, we had a forum of counseling ourselves how to behave with customers.
Yes.
So you take a job, how you should treat your customers, how the job should be delivered, how it should be finished, So that's how we are trying to empower ourselves, and then and how to behave in the society with people, even out of work ethics, to keep the profession noble. Yes. How they should behave at home, even in gatherings, so that they should not be pointed and abused. That because he's a carpenter, that's why he's behaving that way, to discredit the profession. So those are the ethics we are trying to give them, that they should be responsible.
Okay. Are there any disciplinary measures put in place? For example, if report comes so many times about one particular person, he does not finish work, he takes money and he doesn't do the work.
Yeah, there are sanction measures that we take.
To add on, there was a program we intended to carry out.
Yes.
We just because of the crisis.
Yes.
We have planned that no program of a carpenter will be taken to the police or to the gendarme. So we have made a program. I with my executive to go to the commissioner, to go to the commandant, that any problem that concerns a carpenter, it should be brought to my office to handle it. Not going to the police gendarme, start brutalizing them. Because they don't even know the term of contract. You see? They don't even know the agreement. Just because a carpenter, they underrate them. So that was the program we were planning to carry out. That any problem with a carpenter is supposed to be brought to us. And we are about to educate our carpenter, because most of this, our carpenter goes astray. For example, a job which takes a week, he underestimated for 3 days. He could not meet up. It becomes a problem.
It becomes a problem.
He is not a culprit because he underestimated the job. The customer take advantage upon him, start intimidating him, start brutalizing him, which is not correct. So all this is supposed to be put in place. Because we need to educate our fellow colleagues very well. Because carpenter is a very rich profession.
It is.
I left school 28 years today. I left school. That's where I could get what I have today. I am well placed in this town. I have grants in Limbe. I talk, I'm Professor Amma. They know me. It's not bragging.
Yes, from what we have been hearing since the beginning, the program started, its carpenters have been undermined. they underlook them. What are you doing as the president to ensure that this stops? There should be some kind of sensitization.
These were the measures that we had to carry out, and we just pray that subsequently we will carry out this measure. Now that we have come right up to the media,
yes,
the matter will go on air,
yes,
and I'm sure people will come around to ask, what we do, what do we do, what do we do.
Yes, that's really true. Mr. Richard, it's a skill. Carpentry is a skill, and you need to update it. You need to keep working at it. If not, you're going to become old. Do you have any training programs to make sure that, to empower yourselves to keep learning new things about carpentry so that your work is ever new?
Yeah, we do. But since as they are lazy, when we call them to come, they don't want to come, and they still remain at the old age. They don't want to advance. Like in our places, people, us that the 28 of us, yes, if you take a match round, you will see that every day we are advancing, yes, in our finishing, yes, because we don't just remain with the few knowledge we acquired. If there's an opportunity somewhere, we go there, we grab. As we grab, we come here, we advance.
Yes.
Yes, in order to be updated. So that is what we are trying to do. And people who are not following us, they are still getting back. You will see something, a carpenter will, like in a room like this, which is having an air condition, the type of furniture that is to be put inside is different. And the type of wood which is supposed to be used under the temperature of the air condition is different, and the type of finishing is different. But if you just say, no, I have one of my cousins, he's a carpenter, you will just kind of do things here. After 2 days, you will see it will be as if the wood was not even joined.
That's one thing. People often comment on the integrity of carpenters, like they don't do the job well. Oh, this person made my bed in just 2 days.
2 days is bad. They did their best. It's just that they did not know, or they don't know the condition of the environment. That's why we say carpenters are the most important people in the society, even in science, because we need to know the humidity of an environment, and we should know the type of furniture which should be placed in that kind of an environment. Yes, like if I'm finishing a product here in Limbe, if I want to go and do a furniture if I want to supply my furniture to in Boya, there's a method that I have to do in order to have a good furniture which will be long lasting without any problem.
Or the temperature of the Boya.
We have to obtain the temperature.
I have to go to Boya and know the temperature of Boya, so that I know the temperature of wood or the humidity that I have to produce. When I take it to Boya, it will not have any problem. Any problem.
So I used to laugh at some people who say, and you go buy my bed for Douala, and go buy the cheap, I will tell you, say, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
After some time, they will say, those Douala guys, I will laugh at them and say, they don't know the secret behind it. This is something that you need to pay money for you to get it. Yes, so those are the type of professional ethics in woodwork that will make your job to be perfect and accurate. Yes.
Professor Amma, before some people get into associations, they want to know, what will I benefit from this association? What can I gain from being in this association? So do you have policies that you put in place to help members in crisis? For example, someone loses the mother, the daughter. Do you have any of those?
We have it.
It is in our constitution.
We have it in our constitution.
We have a buy room.
We have it in our constitution. Because as a carpenters, we are all brothers. We are colleagues. So we should share in time of crisis. So the problem is our problem.
Yes.
In time of crisis and time of happiness. We come together to help ourselves.
And we have celebrated one houses too.
Yes.
That's one important
thing.
Yes, we celebrated one houses.
Not one, not two.
Yes.
Professor Amma, as a person, before I come to you, Mr. Richard, because this question is for both of you. What is your motivation in doing your job? Why do you stay a carpenter?
My goodness. From childhood, I love carpentry. And all along, I could do the best, put effort to obtain a higher grade of carpentry. Because as days go ahead, my mandate is increasing. My knowledge is improving on daily basis. When I see a job done by somebody else, I will admire it, and if possible, take something out of it and I improve my own skill.
Yes.
My pride is I want to be the best carpenter in Limbe. Because through my carpentry work, in fact, when I hear somebody say, carpenter is a man, oh, if you want to offend me anywhere, just install the carpenter. Generally, you have not really spoken to me. Because I'm a carpenter. I'm a proud carpenter. I love my job. I have passion for it. And I want to do it to a very high esteem. And the least I could do, I will do it to the best of my knowledge, except sometimes I don't know.
Yeah.
But all I know how to put it there. So that after 5 or 10 years, you look for me with a long touch. That's the passion I have. So, and I believe that if all of us, as a family, we can all get together and we enjoy it, it will be good. Because, for example, I am driving a car. Most of my friends will not ride a car. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. All of us should ride cars.
That's right. You're doing good jobs.
Because all of us are doing the same job. But just that most of us do not know how to estimate the jobs. For example, a job that costs 20,000 francs. You estimated 3 days and you did it for 2 weeks. Are you not any profit?
No.
The job costs 20,000, you estimate 3 days and you did it for 2 weeks. Is that any profit?
No.
I talk to my customers who are delicate, who are directors, that your salary is not cannot be above my salary. Directors, I talk to them. How much is your salary? I said, look at that in a good car, more than in a delegate, but how much is your salary? And I'm a carpenter. The problem is most of them don't know this job. But I know it, the little I know, I am making out of it. If you go to other towns, carpenters are doing very well. They have good standing. Even where they live. I took upon myself that this challenge, that they are challenging carpenter every day, it will not happen to me. And thank God that I succeed about it.
Amen.
Because I have a good house, they are in a good car,
Living a good life.
a good life. Then who's a director, delegate, cannot compare with me. It's not because of measurement.
Mr. Richard, what's your motivation in doing your job?
Well, there's not much to say about that. One thing is that I love the job.
Yes.
I love it very well. I love it, and I have passion for that. I have passion for that. When the piece of job is given to me, I don't too much mind maximizing profit.
Yes.
What I want is to give out my best. If a customer takes a job from me, happily going home, that would be my joy for the whole of that week. But if a customer complains about his or her job done by me, I will not be happy that day. The whole of that day will be broken. So my passion I get is appreciation. Yes, if somebody takes my furniture and is happy with it, about it, and begin to tell somebody about it, I'm very much happy. I'm very much happy. And even if it is a kitchen chair, a stool given to me to name, I make sure I take my time. If you don't, yes, name it properly, so that it should serve the deserved purpose or the purpose intended for. Yes, with happiness and with safety. Because many at times carpenters they produce traps in people's houses.
Yes.
In the name of furnitures. Yeah. You want to come and pass, something hooks your dress and destroys your clothes.
That's right.
Sometimes they nail something on the wall, of which technology does not permit us that we should nail things on the wall. Now furnitures that are suspended should be fixed, but they don't know all this. They just come with nails, bang, bang, bang. As we keep on moving on the floor, there's what we call vibration. And when vibration occurs, there's what we call segregation. That is separation of binded materials. As it is separating like that, it is weighing out. Someday it will fall off on a child. They'll say, no, this. Not knowing that it's the carpenter who set a trap. You went and bought a trap from a carpenter and put in your house. So my passion is when I go to those type of places, I implement the rightful recommended technology on a particular thing that I have been asked to do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Professor Amma, how many carpenters aside yourself have you successfully trained?
I came to Limbe 1990 when I left school. 3 months later, I was employed. 6 months later, I was made a managing director. I worked with Russian Commercial Enterprise as the managing director for 7 years, from 1990 to 1997, which I resigned and set up my own structure. From 1997 till date, I have trained successful 7 apprentices who are married with children. 7. Some are living in cars now. My 20s. 2 are in Yaoundé, working, married, living in their houses. 4 are in Limbe here, married with children. Not to talk of those I have now in the workshop. You know, apprentices will come 6, but only 2 will succeed.
Yeah.
The other 4 will abandon the halfway. So the 2 who successfully passed through my test for 6 years, 5 years, 6 years, are well pleased. They don't go out, they know that they come out from Professor Amma. They take the job. If they have any problem, they come back to me and consult me, and I give them nothing but the advice what to do. And they are doing it very well.
Yes. So we've heard from the executives of the Limbe Carpenters Association. It's such a noble profession and they're proud doing what they are doing. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we'd like to know where they get the wood from. Please come back with us after this break. Welcome back to the Insight, where we take our voices to the world with me, Love Owen. Now we are still on Carpenters, the Limbe Carpenters Association, LICA, and now we've heard about their wonderful profession and how much they love doing what they are doing. But here we talk the executives, among which the president is there. And now we just want to know where they get their wood from. You do not know where they get the wood from. I don't know. So we want to find out where they get the wood from. Professor Amma, where's the wood from? All this wood that you use in making beds and chairs and cupboards, building houses, where do you use it from?
There is a park in Limbe that sells timber. They call it Timber Park. That's where we get our wood. And if we cannot get the size or the quantity that we need, we leave and go to other towns like Kumba, Douala, and Yaoundé and get wood from there. We go to the park and we buy our wood. We take it to our workshop, to the machine. Those who are viable with machines, they take it to the workshop. Those who are not viable, they take them to where there's a planing machine. They plane the wood and they pay the bills there before they take it to the workshop now for finishing.
How easy or how difficult is it for you to get the machines for the woods?
You know, everything is easy and everything is difficult. But it not depend on individual how determined you are to face the challenge. From Kumba, you get a vehicle. You're even driving from Kumba to get to Limbe not easy. The police. As one time we all know, wood has become gold in Cameroon. Wood is gold. Everybody wants money on wood. The police will see you and stop. The gendarme will see you and stop. The forest guy will see you and stop. By which the person who is in charge of wood is the forest guy. That is the trained technician to know where the wood is coming from and where the wood is going to. Whether the wood has document or not, that is the person recognized by the state. But every policeman gendarme has to disturb wood. But to some of us, like me, who might know my right and I know what to do and what not to do, When I go to Kumba, buy my wood, I make sure I plane it there before carrying to Limbe. When I plane it there, carry to Limbe, the wood has been processed. So nobody has the right to touch the wood again. Unless the forest guard who could know whether that wood has been stamped. But before you buy the wood, was it recognized in that town? Because there's a stamp on it. Because wood out from the forest to the park, they call them and pay.
Yes.
They come and put the stamp there, showing that they have recognized the wood. So when you buy wood without no stamp, you have a problem. They can seize that wood from you and you lose it completely. Because when you buy it from another town in a huge quantity, they will say money are going to sell it. No matter what you say, they will accept it. They will process it, you are legally protected. And wood, I came to remember 1990, wood or paper was buying for 2,000 francs of paper in 1990, but today is 9,500 francs. 9,500.
Why the changes in the prices?
The prices is increasing on daily basis because of the problems the operators from the bush to the road, everybody. There is no legalized process of wood in Cameroon, like Salles where I base. It's all gymnastic, as I can call it. It's not a reliable source because somebody come and deal with nonsense. So wood here is a very big problem. We have a very big problem. Wood is very expensive. If you go to Yaoundé, whether you are buying from 9,000 francs, is Betois is 3,500. Here is 9,000 francs. In Betois is 3,500.
I mean, maybe the transportation has played with the.
No, not the transportation. Not the problem of transportation. The problem is the control. Because they in Betois, they don't have a problem like us in Salles here. They people there are understandable. They don't complicate. This amount you pay, they are your shirt and you sell it. But with us here, the gendarme, everybody want to extort money from
you.
So it becomes a problem.
Okay.
Why the only person who is supposed to talk about it or to control it is the forest guy or the foresters.
Mr. Richard, how have you been dealing with the difficulties in transportation of the wood, either from Kumba or the other places where you get it?
Well, you have said it all. All what you have said is the same thing that all carpenters are facing. So the increase in prices of wood is not even that it's difficult to get the wood. It's because of those, they say, I've settled plenty control for road. I settle this, we'll settle this one, we'll settle this one. So now, so the plan, now this amount of money. So that's the problem we are facing.
But has the association ever taken this problem up to the government? Because I think that's why the association was created.
Yeah, we were still trying to take it up to the government because we are blaming the wood sellers, people who are the timber dealers.
Yeah.
Because today you buy wood for 4,000. You will go, a customer comes now, you estimate wood on 4,000. But you are getting surprised getting to the timber market. They will say wood is 5,500. A drastic increment
in the
price. Then automatically you as the carpenter now begin to work at a deficit. You can imagine. That's why yesterday you bought wood for 4,000. The next day you are going again after taking a contract, giving an estimate on 4,000. Getting to the market is 5,500. Those are the challenges that we are facing. And then you ask them, they say, no, they cancel the forest guard, they take so, do one take so, do one take so. We will ask them, so is that the reason you have to increase the price? So the only thing you have to take, you need to pay you need to legalize your wood from the forest guard. Don't tell me about control, this. So those are things that we were planning to tackle them. First, we are planning to write a letter to them so they should come and explain to us why there is this rampant increment in wood prices. Every day, every month, like today we are buying, we used to buy, there's a local wood they call Bobby. We used to buy it at 4,500. Now it's at 7,000. You can imagine. 3 years ago, But 2 years ago, we bought at 5,000 something. Now it's 7,000. 7 something. In a good grade soil. You cannot imagine. So those are the challenges that we are facing. And most of the people that are really bringing problem into this issue are the timber dealers. The timber dealers. Because they just sit and say, no, I buy the wood so. Now we go sell and so. And that's how they will sell.
Yes.
And we are bound to buy because there's no way. You cannot live here and go to Douala to buy 2 pieces of wood. 2 plants. Just 2. You cannot live here, so you are bound to buy. You cannot live here to go and buy 5 boards. When we are going out of town is when we want to buy a truck or from 20 upward. Yes, we have to take extra miles on that.
Professor Amma, how many different types of wood are there?
Oh, there are so many. There are so many. Bobinga, which is out of bound.
What is it out of bound?
No, it's protected species.
It's protected species.
Okay. Yes, protected species.
Because the species is becoming reduced in the forest.
Yes.
Yes, it's becoming scarce. So they want to exploit it again. We have camwood. We have a pepper. We have zingana. We have a coq rouge, sapele, muvenge, mubete. One of it why would come.
We have obeche.
We have obeche. There are so many.
Do you use, are there some specific woods for some specific kind of furniture, or you can just use any wood for any furniture?
No, there are specific wood for specific kind of furniture. For example, like the one wood you use only for formwork. You can only use to make furniture.
Yes.
Because it's not strong enough to resist. These are the basic things that when we come as an association, we can educate our colleagues.
Yes.
And what not to use and what to use. For example, somebody who must have used, let me say, a pepper to build a table chair, and somebody use black afara, they don't have the same resistance. The chair with the pepper will last long than the chair with black afara. But all of them are wood, are hardwood. Like with the pepper, when it gets dry, it remains strong. But with the black afara, when it gets dry, it loses the strength.
It's just woods that crack.
Pepper don't even crack. But when you want to use it, you don't even crack. Every wood has its own thing to use it.
If you just looking at them, do you know which is which?
Yes.
Okay.
Even if you paint it or touch it from the weight, I'll tell you. From the weight.
Mr. Richard, which wood is most bought and why? Which wood do people buy often, frequently, and why?
What that is often bought is we have the sapele mahogany, and we have the zingana and the zimbrano. Yes, because the price too
Cheaper.
Yes, it's just maximum.
It's cheap with the maximum.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it should be maximum because the highest wood we can buy now out of the protected species is 9,500, but with such that are many here is bought around 7,650.
Oh, it's cheap.
Yes. Okay.
Camwood is 12,000 francs for information.
All right, it's cheap. It's cheap, and then it is also a little bit long lasting.
And opepe.
Yes.
Is opepe cheap or expensive?
No, it's expensive. It's expensive.
9,500 francs.
It's expensive.
But the most expensive is camwood because
Yes, it's camwood.
It's bobinga.
Bobinga is out of bound.
okay.
When they catch them, they go to prison for 4 years.
Okay, yes. Alright.
So if someone had to deal Bobinga, it will be very, very illegal. Yes, you are not supposed to talk about Bobinga now. You're not supposed.
Okay. Professor Amma, what is it that you want the public to know about carpenters?
Good. Thank you for asking me that kind of question. I want the public to know that a carpenter is somebody whom the public need on daily basis. Everybody who starts his life from the first day needs a carpenter. But the problem is, which type of carpenter do you need? Don't just go and meet any kind of carpenters. Some go to workshop and do not complete, and they get out of it and call themselves carpenters. And they start doing their funny work in the quarter. Make a research very well. Like now in Limbe, I am in Limbe, the president of Limbe Carpenters Association. Come to me and ask. It doesn't mean that I have to do it. I have my own job that I do. I don't even do all the jobs in the carpentry domain. I have my specialty. I don't do all the jobs. Come to me that you do the job and this is what you want. I will tell you who will do it better for you. In our association, we know who can do this better and we know who can do that better. We know ourselves. All of us are carpenter, but we are not of the same specialty. Like him sitting here, my secretary general. What is he doing? I don't do it. If you go to workshop, I see chairs in front of his workshop. They come now, you don't see any chair. I specialize on doors, on wardrobes, kitchen cabinet. That's my specialty. I make bed on very high prices. The cheaper bed I will show you 250,000. So I'm of standard. So if you need around 100,000, there's somebody who do it and good. You'll be directed to. Not that all is bad, but you know, in everything there should have to be standard. I have a standard which I don't go below that standard. So carpenters are of different rank of workings. There's a carpenter who specializes only in roofing. There's a carpenter who specializes in chairs, upholstery chair, like this chair sitting is made by a carpenter who specializes only for this. They call it upholstery. There's a carpenter who specializes in cabinet making, cabinet. In that we call carpentry and joinery. That's a specialty. And he does it very well. And you cannot say, I can do this all. Chef of all trades, master of none.
That's right.
So carpenters are of different classification. On which sector do you belong? It's broad carpenter, but it has various sectors.
Oh, yes.
It's a very broad thing. Everybody who starts out on the first day needs a carpenter. There's nowhere you go and you not find a carpenter. So carpenter is a very broad profession and noble.
Thank you very much. It's been a very interesting interview. Thank you very much, Professor Ama. Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary General. Thank you for coming. As you've heard from the executives of the carpenters themselves, it is a noble profession, and try to get enough or adequate information about where to get the best furniture so that you always appreciate the work that carpenters do. Remember that they are very important, and the kind of carpenter that you get determines the kind of furniture or whatever that you want you're going to get. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of the program. Please watch the rebroadcast at 10 p.m. today and catch us live tomorrow at 2 p.m. My name is Love Owen and this is The Insight.